Hey there, my brother.
Hey, is that on backwards? Is that on backwards? You little Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Telemachus, good evening, my friend. We'll be getting started in just a moment. Happy freaking Friday, Mr. Fish. Good to see you, my friend. You are indeed. As always, glad to have you with us. Mr. Fish, we got to set up some painting time at some point. It's been a hot minute since you and I hung out. Like a hot minute.
Oh, goodness gracious me. Oh, let me see if I can connect this. Is this connected? Oh, yeah, it's connected. And I think I'm going to paint when we do the reveals. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Oh, I need to put this in. La, 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 la. La, 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 la. Let's see. Where is that? Here's my man.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I meant to hit the mute button. I didn't mean to cough in y'all's ears. I am so sorry.
You can cough in it now. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Okay. Nova open piece tonight. While we do reviews.
Are you doing your show?
Yeah, like right now.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Am I talking to you?
You are talking in it. You could be a YouTuber one day when you get old enough, all right? If YouTube still exists. Who knows what the future holds.
Inquisitor, my man. Good evening, my brother.
Check the chat.
Thank you for joining us tonight, everyone. We are just about a few seconds away from getting started. Thank you for hanging.
Ooh, Fish is on. Wow.
Yeah, we got some good people in the chat tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Inquisitor, what's going on? What's going on? I have had such a raspy voice for the last 2 days, and I have been on medication. I almost did not do the show tonight. I actually took off from work today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my voice was gone. Absolutely gone yesterday.
I'm sorry you're not feeling well. I hope you feel better soon, and I'm thankful you're here. But if you need to go rest at any point, feel free to just bounce, brother. Don't let me be the reason that you're not getting the rest you need.
Oh, you're good.
You're good. Your face.
My face is good. Babe, can you give me the mug by the water in my bedroom? Could you give me the mug and fill it up? Water. Cold water. You are amazing. And on the nightstand, no. Okay.
That is awesome, Inquisitor. Says I'm finally awake during your stream. I'm usually napping before my shift.
Oh wow. Hey Inquisitor. He is chilling with you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Yes. I have some announcements for Age of Sigmar that could be absolutely devastating for some people, although could be absolutely exactly what people wanted. So,
very interesting.
Yeah.
I did pull a whole bunch of the new minis for Age of Sigmar because I was thinking of you. And also, they just amazing.
The City of Sigmar stuff looks absolutely phenomenal. I have a little bit of Cities of Sigmar, but yeah, those.
I've always liked the stuff, the way the Cities of Sigmar stuff looks.
Mm-hmm. It's a rehashing of Bretonia.
Yeah. Well, will you be? I know you're feeling sick. Will you be using your camera tonight?
Oh yeah. There.
No, okay.
There's a cover on it. See, I could just close it or open it. Says like I didn't know it was closed. Usually it is closed if I'm not doing a stream. So.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna roll the intro, my brother.
Let's go.
What is up, beautiful people? We've got a good show for you tonight. Welcome to the 40K live chat. I am your host, Wolfbrother Mythos, and over here is the amazing, incredibly talented, phenomenal painter known as
Rob from the Minister's Paintbrush, and I'm okay. I'm just on a journey like everybody else.
It is so good to have you guys here tonight because we got so much 40K goodness and some other stuff. I mean, we actually got a variety of goodness. There's stuff for AOS, Kill Team. There's the Lord of the Rings game. Just so much cool stuff that came out of Adepticon this weekend, including a preview of the new edition for Warhammer 40K. And I know a lot of people have been hyped for 11th edition. And the models are looking cool so far. We've only seen a sneak peek, but you can infer some from the videos. But also just the rule sets are actually pretty interesting and kind of exciting. So we'll talk about all that as we go through. First of all, I want to give a shout out to some of the great people already in the chat tonight. We got so far Telemachus, the Misadventures of Mr. Fish. We've got FN Inquisitor, because he's the FN Inquisitor, bro. And of course, big thanks to Brother Rob being here as always.
Of course.
Aside from not feeling well, I massively appreciate you being here when you even when you don't feel well. But how was your week, brother?
I think it was pretty good. I gave an opportunity for my kids to catch up on some of their stuff, the work that they've been missing, and I was teaching a little bit of American Sign Language in one of my classes because they gave me free reign when it came to the curriculum for that class, and the kids are really picking up on that. And I had to leave today, my babies, because I needed to rest my throat. Like yesterday, I could not talk at all, and today, with tea and honey and gargles of salt water and all kinds of things, I can talk now. I just can't hit high notes. See, I can't really elevate the higher notes.
And it's
I
been
have to stay here.
bothering you for a while. I remember last week on this show, you were popping the cough drops like they were candy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I hope you feel better soon. Is what I'm trying to say.
Inquisitor is really excited about Steel Legion. Can't blame him.
Yeah, they said within less than 2 years they will have Steel Legion.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people are excited for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dark Light Dreamer, good evening, my brother. And I love that Fish says he wants one of those walking tower for the for either a Morkanaut Gorkanaut or a Stomper proxy. That would be so cool. Did you miss much? We literally just rolled the intro, my brother. Giving out shout outs to legends in the chat like yourself. We haven't even really gotten into our hobby update yet.
Mm-hmm.
So feel free to let us know, guys. Before we got so much news to, I almost cut out the normal of the week stuff, but I had to actually. It was a really good segue into our channels of the week this week. But just because we have so much news, so we'll be getting into that very soon. But before we get there, you guys let us know what you've been up to, what you're working on, and Brother Rob, aside from healing, what you've been working on, brother.
Well, I'm working on another video that I should be releasing this weekend, as well as I'm working on I decided to take one of my Slan and make that one of my Nova Open entries. I'm cutting it way too close to get the actual Tauenar belt in the diorama. It's an ambitious thing, but that might be a next year thing. So yeah, no, I was hoping to get a little bit of hobby and done tonight. I am working on that Nova Open entry piece, the Slan that I've been working on. It's such a beautiful model that I really wanted to take it to the next level. So plus I'm testing out new Kolinsky Sable brushes at the same time. So not much table time.
That new-ish style of blending you've been doing on Slan is very different to the other works I've seen you do previously, but like in a good way. Like, not that it's necessarily not that there's anything wrong with your old work, but this one is definitely more of the kind of paintedly style that really places highly in like Nova Open and other kinds of painting competitions. So it's really cool to see.
Yeah, there's no airbrushing. I might do an airbrush to blend certain areas. I don't know, probably not, but I have not been messing around with the airbrush to get my blends. It's usually wet blends and layering and glazing. Just using the standard old techniques that take time, but the results speak for themselves.
All the good stuff we got coming up from this week's announcements, Inquisitor his wallet is dreading all the good stuff. He was planning on starting one army for 11th, and that was Orcs. Now he's got to prep for Steel Legion as well. Yeah, new art. You know, a lot of people say new edition, new army. He's got new edition, 2 armies.
Yeah.
Hobby update for Darklight Dreamer. After getting the platinum for Resident Evil 9, he went back and finished the platinum for Resident Evil 7, and he's currently working on the platinum for Resident Evil 8 as well. That's awesome.
Very nice. Yeah.
9 is one of those that really gets you just back in the mood to play Resident Evil. It's so good.
I gotta try that. I've still been obsessing over Claire Obscure Expedition 33. This is my second playthrough, and I'm missing nothing. And yeah, you don't want to play that in easy mode because you actually feel like you're actually fighting when you don't. Like it's just
That's cool.
it feels like you're really in a battle, and it's amazing.
Misadventures of Mr. Fish says this week he bashed 3 squads of Breaker Boys with bomb squids. That's nice. Awesome. Whenever I get back into my work journey, I definitely need to add some Breaker Boys in.
If you want to commission a painter, I know somebody.
but it's somebody I know pretty well. Um, for myself, I haven't had a ton of table time, but what I have done, I've kind of I pulled a move from you. You know, I got to where I did a bunch of the stuff that I could do kind of in a streamlined process. You know, like hit all the armor. I as a batch, and then I did a little bit further than you would normally do. So I did the black parts, the silvers, because I always do black and silver together. Because I always like to undercoat the silver with the black. So I did the black parts, the silvers, the golds, the leathers. I realized the section I missed some of the leather. I need to go back and do that. But then I took one model and just went and put some work into that particular one. And that one is getting, not quite there yet, but getting close to completion. I'm going to pop it up on screen so I can share my progress with our friends.
And if I jump on the painting table while you do this?
Sure, go ahead.
Oh, you're amazing. Thank you.
You're amazing. All right, so this is the head taker I've been working on. And from straight on, I realized from straight on it kind of blends together a bit, but like as I move it around, you can see from this angle, the horns do stand out a bit more, although maybe I should rethink those colors to make those horns stand out. But I don't want to get away from a bone color, so maybe, I don't know. I was like, should I do white bone? Should I do the brownish bone? Should I do like black horns? But I feel like all of those would kind of blend into the cape or the pelt a little bit. So I'm not sure what the answer is. If you guys have any thoughts on that, let me know.
Glowing green bone.
I think a glowing green set of horns would definitely stand out.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's just my progress this week. Is I took one guy and kind of put some progress on him. Not a ton of progress, but he's getting there.
Yeah, looking good, brother.
So that's what I did table wise. Boop. And let's see, I needed all the flat 3 damage with the end of 10th being so aggressive. That's true. That's true. On my birthday, I got the Wolfbrother to get in a taste of some VR games. That is definitely part of my hobby update. Sunday, big shout out and happy birthday to Darklight Dreamer.
Happy birthday, brother.
Me and another friend went over to his place just to celebrate his birthday. We went and got dinner together. We played some VR together, and some of those VR games were so cool. Actually, I mean, I enjoyed all of what I played, but yeah, just I really enjoyed. Like, I woke up the next day, like, oh man, I want to play some more of that.
Nice.
Not because I should, but because I can. I'm going to pop back over to articles and art for a second. Just that way. Said everybody. I always like doing these silly little birthday cards for, friends and family, and, just with my thumbnail programs. And a lot of the times my brother and I, we joke about us being, having a Sam and Dean kind of brotherhood. And so I made us a supernatural kind of birthday card. So anyways, big happy birthday, Darklight, my man. But yeah, it was cool to spend some time with him and hang out. And we got him a birthday cake from a place called Nothing Bunt Cakes. That was really good. And some of the VR games we played, there was one called, oh my gosh, what was the bike one? There was this, oh my, it is so hard. Like to to describe. Like when you see people play VR, but you're looking at it on a flat screen, it's like you can see kind of what they're seeing, but that doesn't really tell the story. Like
Mhm.
because you're still looking at it in 2D, but like when you get into a headset and experience it yourself, just the fact that I mean it is everywhere around you when you look and you turn around and just seeing things coming at you in 3D or you just interacting in the environment. Uh, Runner, that was the name of it. Anyway, so this one I customized out a bike. You can start out. It's an anime style one, but like cyberpunkish, and
Ooh.
you get to it's all takes place on a motorbike, and you get to customize your motorbike, right? But the
Mm.
handles are also like you can use them to drive, the bike, but you can also pull them out, and they're like laser pistols, or you can actually switch modes, and they're a beam saber, and um, you've got enemies and stuff like that are like chasing you down on the highway, and you can shoot down drones that are trying to attack you, or other enemy bikes that are trying to attack you, or sometimes there'll be enemy vehicles that are like um, armored attack cars, but they'll be disguised in like a cloaking mode that they look like civilian cars until you get too close to them, and then their cloak vanishes, and this armored attack cars just like opening fire on you and stuff like that. It is super cool.
That's cool.
And I mean, like one of the things, I mean, you could be like driving, just pull out one of the handles, shoot some of the drones that are like launching missiles at you, and then still like using the movement of your head, like you're swaying the bike to dodge the missiles and stuff like that. Then you
Yeah.
switch your gun to like a beam saber mode. As one of the enemy bikes comes up next to you, you can cut it in two, and all this is just it's just all happening around you. Like it's not on the screen, it's like happening around you. It is really cool. And the audio is in 3D too, so you can literally hear something coming up beside you. And like one of the things I enjoyed doing was getting one of the bikes to chase me at like a high rate of speed. And then I'd
Yeah.
switch one of the handles into a beam saber mode and hit the brakes. And as the bike would start to go past me, because I could hear it coming from behind me,
Oh wow.
uh, I would hit the brakes and then cut to the side, and it would just run right through my sword.
That's
That was
crazy.
really cool. Another one of my friends that was there, his name's Kane, and because he could hear things coming up behind him, he was picking up grenades and chucking them behind him,
Hmm.
and they're magnetic grenades, so kind of like Halo style, they stick to the surfaces of enemy vehicles that get too close,
Oh wow.
and enemy vehicles would fly past him with this glowing grenade like on their windshield, and explode.
That sounds
Uh,
like a ball.
it was indeed a lot of fun. Um,
Good.
And then Resist was the other game I really enjoyed. And you start out as like a freedom fighter first day on the job who gets
Oh,
busted and pinned for a murder. And you are pretending to be it's a futuristic city. So you're a futuristic window washer,
uh,
or you're pretending to be a futuristic window washer. And they have these safety gloves that will let you lock onto a surface to keep you from falling from height, um, and we'll let you rappel down and stuff like that, or pull yourself up.
mhm.
But then somebody, as you're being chased, somebody like hacks into your safety gear and
No.
allows these things that are supposed to be meant for hanging safely from the side of a building while you were cleaning windows. It
Huh.
lets you start Spider-Man style web sling through the city with these
What?
gloves.
That's
And
crazy.
in VR, I got to say, the feeling of swinging from rooftop to rooftop in VR
Wow.
was so fun. Like they could have taken out all the action parts, and I still
Right.
could have spent the entire day just swinging through this virtual city. That's
That's
how fun it was, because
that's awesome.
it really gives you the sense of motion, even though like your physical body is standing still. It really gives you the sense of motion.
For sure.
And so like it was just a very exciting feeling to
Mhm.
go swinging around in that game. And like I want to play that game for hours now. I was like, it made me want my own PSVR, except for the downer. Last week I was telling you I had some vehicle misadventures, and yeah, verdict's in. I definitely need a new vehicle. This one is definitely on its way out, and would cost me almost as much as I paid for the vehicle to keep it. So that means my finances are going to be in lockdown soon.
Yeah, that's the problem. We like too many things.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's okay because I have a nice hobby backlog built up with a lot to paint for a while, and I still have some GW gift cards. So, something of the new shiny I'll be able to procure.
Nice. Yeah, I have some gift cards myself that I've been saving for 2 years now. I was like, you never know when I might need an emergency mini.
It was a lot of fun being able to share something that I love with you guys. That is something I always enjoy. And I don't know if people talk about it enough. When somebody is super enthusiastic and just passionate about something and they want to share that thing with you, whether it's a book or a miniature or a car or a game, a series, I love people's like positivity and enthusiasm for sharing that kind of thing. It is so rewarding that somebody wants to share that kind of thing with you.
Oh yeah.
He says, I'm about as big a VR enthusiast as you can get, and it's really hard to share with other people. I guess that's really true because, like, when you experience VR, you kind of isolate yourself, because with the immersion technology, and anyone who's not experienced that immersion technology, it's hard for them to understand or imagine, the experience. Another thing for me, in addition to playing some amazing games with Darklight Dreamer, I mentioned I was on a Resi kick, and I had recently finished 2 and 3. Resi as in Resident Evil, for those who aren't in the know. You keep being awesome. Who took my dice? Have a great night, brother. Thank you for stopping in.
Good night.
But I was playing. I had to skip 4 because I don't currently own it, and I'm waiting on it to go on sale again. But I was playing Resident Evil 5 and beat it last night. And usually, when I beat Resident Evil games, it's either on, usually it's like 2 and 3. I spent the extra money for like the infinite ammo packs. Usually it's an assisted playthrough, but they don't have anything like that for 5. And it felt good to actually, beat it on my own. Would I have loved to just, gone through the whole thing with infinite ammo? Absolutely, but it felt good to beat it last night. Man, that you really like. It is more of a combat game, so like ammo wasn't an issue for most of the game, although. Last night on the last couple of final bosses, they stop they start restricting how much ammo they give you, and I was like, by the end battle, I was like, all right, I'm down to almost nothing. I really hope he falls in the next couple of hits. But it was good. It was real fun. And I think I'm actually going to replay that some to unlock, some of the special weapons and stuff like that you kind of need multiple playthroughs to get because you got to fully upgrade some stuff. Got to do some money grinding. That throne is looking really sharp, brother.
Thank you. I still have the salon over here that I'm still working on.
Look at that beautiful blending work, all by hand, fam. Take a look at that.
Look at the butt. But yeah, I'm just trying to get that ice yellow in there. Everybody's using ice yellow. I wanted to try that. He's going to sit squat on there, and he's going to be brighter than the entire throne. Everything on the throne is going to be desaturated, but
so your eye will be drawn to the character, right?
Exactly. Especially when I have this Alabria over here. Yeah, because you got to watch out for stealing the show kind of thing. you still want everything else to be interesting enough that you can stare at it for a couple of hours and still find
Yeah,
something.
you got to find that delicate balance between the longer you look at it, the more that there is to see, but also, that they
Right.
don't steal the show. Your eyes are still drawn to the right places.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. So now this is a technique that I've been a glazing technique that I've been using for frogs for 10 years ago, and I'm doing it again and revising it. And that is desaturation for rocks and for weapons. I did these frogs from Reaper Miniatures actually, and I wanted to do the Costa Rican tree frog, and I think I pulled it off really well. So I'm really excited to get back to that technique right now
Ooh.
here live on the show. And add that to my competition piece, which is very, 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 very translucent glazing of color, just so it looks like it was painted that at one point, but the sun had really drained away the pigments of the paint, leaving just a hint of the color behind. Yep, that's what I'm working on tonight. And it's a lot of fun. And I'm also watching the video live, so this way I'm watching you, brother. I'm not neglecting you. If the
It's
stream
all
is off or anything like that, I'll let you know.
it's all gravy, baby.
Yeah, I just have not painted in a while, and I really. All right, I'm sorry. Your turn.
Oh, you're good. I was just listening to your dulcet tones and just hypnotized watching your beautiful work. Let's see. Inquisitor says, I have an analogy I use about gaming that uses RE5 as its example. He says the difference between a stupid game and a stupid character punches a boulder, a stupid game makes it work. And then Darklight Dreamer says, I was going to say, when in doubt, you can always just punch the boulder with your bare hands or something like that. I mean, yeah, that is a moment, and it is a bit ridiculous. And I don't hate on it. Having grown up in the age of over the top 80s cheesy movies and actually enjoy the cheese, uh, I don't hate on that. It's something I can easily see from the era of Dolph Lundgren or something doing that, and like, does it make a lot of logical sense when it would be easier to push the boulder with your hands instead of punch it? Sure. Uh, but did it? I don't know, it looked cool. I was down for it. But yeah, I know a lot of people do hate that scene. What's crazy is that, and of course, it's for some people one thing works, and for some people another thing works. Don't get me wrong, I love Resi 5, but it's also dumb. I get it. Well, in the newest Resi 9, Leon can deflect ballistic missiles with his hatchet and drive a motorcycle up a vertical surface, and nobody hates on it because it's Leon. But Chris punches a boulder one time, everybody hates it. It's funny, but I mean, people like what they like.
That's hilarious. Gotta play Resident Evil 9 one of these days. I think the last Resident Evil I played was 1 for the original PlayStation.
Say what?
No. I played the one with the big guy that says stars. What was that one?
Nemesis.
I played Nemesis and I played 1. I never played anything else.
People have called that Leon's boulder moment. I gotta say though, the difference where it's like Chris is all business, Leon does do it all with some riz and flair and some dramaticness, and I do love somebody with the sense of the dramatic. So yeah, 3 is the one with Nemesis. Nemesis is such a memorable Resident Evil villain for sure.
Oh yeah. Stars.
Stars.
I still remember
I still
Resident
want.
Evil 1,
I
the
still
dog.
want that um that hydraulic tentacle whip of his. So cool. I mean, mostly, for the cool stuff that Nemesis does. But I wouldn't say there's a non-zero chance of me using it for hentai purposes. I'm just saying.
I think Nemesis and Pyramid Head would make a great team.
Resi 1 on PS1 and Silent Hill on the PS1 were games that got me into survival horror, and it stuck with me
Oh, yeah.
since.
Silent Hill. Oh
Stars.
my.
Yeah,
That was
those are definitely ones that have made an impact.
I
Um,
love Silent Hill.
I played both of those as well, and what's funny is kind of all the way back to us being kids and playing that, like Darklight has always been the one to do the horror run through, and I
Mhm.
always kind of needed him there when I played through those games, uh, so that way he could unlock the crutches for me, in some cases, like, a weapon on New Game Plus or Infinite Ammo or something like that. But it also just like, I don't know, I was less afraid of scary games with having, Dark Light right there with me,
Yeah.
You can make fun of the stuff like that and banter back and forth, and it's not as scary. It's like my brother and I use the phrase lethal weaponing, when you have something scary in front of you, but you banter to that way you don't think about how scary it is. Just like the main characters in Lethal Weapon do.
That reminds me. There was this one time that I was playing. Well, not I was playing. I played Tomb Raider 1, and there's the area where the T-Rex comes out.
Uh-huh.
Sorry, it's a spoiler from the
Uh,
90s.
very
Uh,
famous game, yeah.
but I had connected my PlayStation. I had a receiver and an amplifier and a oh my gosh, I had a component system. I had an equalizer and everything else, and I had a crazy mixtapes. Anyway, besides that, I had bought some Marantz boxes, which is just a box for a speaker. And then I bought these MTX speakers, 400 watts per speaker. I could run a block party with these things. And the tweeters were from Motorola, and the magnets on those bag MTXs were huge. It had a RMS, which is continuous sound at 300 watts without burning out. So anyway, I invited my friend to play the Tomb Raider, and I put on the system, and I shut off the lights. And they were like, "Oh, look, there's a raptor. Oh, there's a raptor." And I was like, "Let me shut off these lights so you can see it better." And he's playing the game. And next thing I know, he is screaming to the top of his lungs, and he jettisons the controller across the room. And then I hear roar, and it takes him up and smashes him and throws him. Oh my god. He was panting. He ran out of the room. He looked at me and he said, "You SOB." It was hilarious. Oh,
That's
the
funny.
things we do as guys. I know.
Trolley friends are trolly.
They're forever. Oh, I need pink. Oh, okay. Let me just mix some red and some white. Some scarlet.
Yeah, and I remember when Darklight first had me play Silent Hill,
Oh,
and
little babies.
I did the intro, okay, and I think one of the reasons why I've always been more drawn to Resident Evil over Silent Hill is
Yeah.
what makes Silent Hill so scary. You know,
Yeah.
in Resi, they give you weapons. You have a way of fighting back, even if everything is limited and it's hard and you're supposed to conserve and whatnot, which, again, I'm always more prone to the guns blazing, run out of ammo, and then complain kind of approach. Uh, instead of like, you really should just run past this zombie, you know? Um, anyways, but like at least having the weapon there gives you the ability to fight back. And in Silent Hill, sure, they give you weapons, but you're not trained how to use them. The guy who you're playing as, James is too. Is it
Yeah, he's
Frank
just a regular
or something?
guy.
Yeah, he's just a regular guy, and so he gets I think it's a pipe first thing,
Yeah.
and he has no idea what he's doing. You go to swing, and the guy squares up like he's like gonna go golfing, but instead of that rounded swing, he swings straight up and down. Like he's like like he's very squared up to it and very slow and not really sure what he's doing. And he continues that throughout the whole game. He is not, where you'd think like, okay, I've been fighting for 3 hours straight and running from some zombie dogs and stuff like that. You would think like, okay, I'm getting a little bit better at hitting people with a pipe. Nope.
No.
Nope. This guy starts bad and clearly has no talent for it throughout,
No.
which is one of the great things that makes it so scary. It's like you're supposed to survive, and not only survive, but really get through and, Silent Hill and do some fighting along the way. And you're really bad at it, and even when you do get a gun, you're not guaranteed to hit your targets, because it's that whole fixed camera, but also
Yeah.
like the character is just not very steady. He's like, like he's very slow because, like, much like very many new people, he braces, but then really overrides, the recoil of the gun. He's like,
I love this song.
and so, it takes like I think it took like 3 or 4 hits to kill a zombie dog, and every time you shoot, you gotta then re-aim again. So,
You remember
anyways,
a game
so really,
called
even
Fatal
though you're
Frame?
given weapons, you're given that feeling of powerlessness in Silent Hill.
You
But
remember,
anyways,
do you remember a game called Fatal Frame? All you had is a camera.
Oh yeah, that is definitely a classic.
Yeah.
But so my first time playing Silent Hill, we had like Razzie or Darklight set the mood, right? And he turned out the lights. Our parents were gone for the night. We had these really cool, like 4-foot Pioneer speakers.
Nice.
So we had like these massive speakers for our living room surround sound, and we had the gaming chair was like right between the two speakers, and yeah, we set up we set ourselves up, and he put the sound system on, lights out, all that good stuff. And I got to the part where, you wake up in Silent Hill, you go through, you get through the intro, you wake up in Silent Hill in the diner, and all of a sudden the radio goes staticky for the first time, and that's when the zombie bird flies in, and you're attacked, and you're supposed to use like you got to get out of there, and then you find a pipe, and you can either fight it or run away. But then you run outside, and there's a zombie dog, and you get chased around and stuff like that. But then you get to an alleyway, and all of a sudden it goes dark.
Yes, the babies.
Yeah, and you have your first experience with the tornado sirens, and everything goes dark and rusted, and then all of the children that are like, I don't know, less than 5, like baby doll size with giant ass kitchen knives.
Yes.
At first there's one, and you just kind of like go down the alleyway to get away from her, but then there's more coming down from the other alleyway until you book it to the left, and there's a door, and you're like, okay, there's a horde of zombie girls now, and they're coming at you with these big kitchen knives, and they're giggling as they're coming after you. And you're like, you get to the door, and the door's locked, and they all catch you and start stabbing into you.
Yep.
And he wakes up, right? But like the screen goes quiet and bloody, and then like the dude wakes up, right? I was like, nope. I turned the game off right there. Like the first encounter with actually going into like the other world part of Silent Hill. Just the darkness and the zombie girls and the creepy giggling, and I was like, I'm done. I don't know why, but those little girls are the scariest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was one. Another time, there's the one the siren goes off, and I think you're either in the hospital or you're in the school, and there's grating on the floor, and there's this room with bloody grating on the floor and everything else, and you see a phone, and when you see the phone and you get close, it starts ringing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like something as normal as a phone ringing, you're like, I just peed myself.
Well, I mean, why did it ring only when I was in? There's no cameras, there's no anything. It just, why did it know to ring while I was there? And it was for me. Of all the places I could have been, why would it be that one random room?
Hopefully, like, don't get me wrong, I like that they've been doing an Asian flair lately. As a fellow Asian, with the Silent Hill games, but I would love to see a kind of return to some of the classic vibes of Silent Hill. Not in
Yeah.
like I know they've done the remake, and I don't necessarily mean a remake, like just the classic vibes, a new story, but in that same kind of the feeling the original ones captured.
Oh yeah, they were straight evil. They were straight evil.
Like the new ones are still good, very emotionally taxing, and dealing with some very heavy subjects like self exit and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Feeling of low self value and worth, or guilt and stuff like that, and just the weight of the decision of self exit and the impact on those that around you, stuff like that. There's some very impactful, very emotional, and still very traumatizing things about the newer Silent Hill games, and I
Mhm.
definitely respect those. Some very good storytelling. But like I definitely miss those original vibes. All right, I have gone. Man, I can talk about video games forever, especially since I've
Parasite
been in
Eve,
mood this week.
Legend of
But
Dragoon.
we got a ton of news to cover, and I am just lost in the sauce, baby.
Yeah. Let's go.
I'm a couple minutes behind because work, but I definitely want to get the remake of Fatal Frame 2. Oh yeah, that I forgot that's getting a remake.
Yes. Definitely.
That's going to be really cool.
You need to
All right,
remake
before we
Legend
get
of
to the
Eve.
news, guys, this is a great segue to two of our favorite channels for all of 40K news. Mr. Fish says, my favorite Silent Hill is Shattered Memories. On the Wii, since it was Nintendo, there was zero combat, so you had to run. At one point, you're in a wheelchair and you got to do the arm movements. Oh, right, because that was on the motion controls for the Wii. I mean, and so you had to take the motion controls and do the motions for moving your wheelchair wheels. That's pretty cool. We had a friend that had that one. We didn't play it ourselves, but she had it on one time when we were over. Or I think her husband put it on. All right. Before we get to the news, we are going to go and take a look at some of our favorite sources for 40K news. Replace screen share. My absolute favorite 40K news channel is Auspex Tactics. Again, he's got over 400,000 subscribers. He needs no help from me, but I always feel the need when I talk about 40K news. I always feel like it's good form to talk about my sources, and I've showed you guys before. Hey, I've pulled something from this video or that video. But yeah, it's totally time to give props to the king of 40K news, Auspex Tactics. And he does it in, like, a lot of people call it a simplified style of doing it, PowerPoint style. But for me, the way he presents the information in this infographic PowerPoint kind of stuff makes it, I think, like the easiest for me to digest all the news and information, the stats and everything he puts out. Like, it is for me the legitimate best way to absorb 40K news. Honestly, if I could get him to present all of my news, I think I'd just be so much more knowledgeable on everything. But so much good stuff here. And what's crazy is, like, okay, now I talk about 40K news, but the news isn't all he does, right? I mean, obviously, with news coming out this week, there's lots of new stuff indeed, but he also covers like stats, like here's the new AdMech units, how much firepower can this put out, stats on, all this stuff is stats, but also what he'll do is he'll do like strategy analysis and stuff like that. So like here in the Defiler, he'll actually break down to you the different builds and how much damage it could do to a land raider or to elite targets or to horde targets. By the way, the new rules for Kavik Morn, I have to get some of those for my Iron Warriors. That's going to be so cool. But yeah, start collecting space shards. He does themed lists and stuff like that. How you would start, like, this was definitely just flavored. Carcharodons don't have any special rules. Tyberos the Wake hasn't had a model in a couple of years now. But it's how to collect. So that is just a flavor video. Yarrick Returns, Hellblasters. They've been out a long time, but how strong do they rank up in game? And especially with the current points cost and stuff like that, he'll revisit old favorite units and stuff like that all the time, and you actually get the breakdowns of how they are point for point. You get how much damage that they can do, what are the best ways to stack up support for them, like stratagems and characters, detachments, stuff like that. He does great strategy, he does great news. Also, for anyone looking to get into how do they play, so if you want to review like different factions, you're thinking about getting into a faction, he has some videos. How does this army play? What's their play style? Or how would you collect this army? I mean, it's a good variety of content, but it's all kind of umbrella of information for Warhammer. I got to get going. Talk to you later, guys. Take it easy, Inquisitor. Have a great night at work.
Take care, Inquisitor.
Huh?
I said take care, Inquisitor.
Yeah. All right. The next one is also a very well-known news source, and Brother Rob brought up Chapter Master Valrak. Also a very good one, and often one that gets leaks, insider knowledge before things happen. He hears from very good sources a lot of things that happen. Before we even know it. So, Chapter Master Valrak, lots of good stuff. He definitely called a lot of things that, like, I was like, and I have trouble thinking of specifics, but some of the things he called because he heard it from a source, I was dubious about, but they actually happened. So you will often hear rumors. When you hear rumor talk on him, he is definitely one of the places to check out if you think there's any validity to any of it. And he's correctly made called shots for, I talked to my source, this leak is nothing, or this leak, it's going to be real. Like, he's in the know. He's very well informed. There have been videos put out there of, allegedly, like, GW has actually devoted time and resources to trying to figure out who his information source is, which is kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. There is somebody I want to shout out as well when you're ready.
Sure.
Rob, the honest wargamer, he is the Valrak of AOS. So yeah,
There you
he
go.
is really good. I've been watching him, and there is a leak I'd like to talk about for AOS news. We can do that whenever you would like.
Fire away when you're ready, brother.
Alrighty. So there has been quite the controversy recently in the AOS community over a reliable source commenting about the future of Age of Sigmar and how Sigmar might be killed by the Everchosen and
Ooh.
not be the Age of Sigmar anymore, and how all the realms, the Realm Weight Wars, and all the realms will be pulled together into one world known as the Last World. And that's going to be like, instead of Age of Sigmar, it would be the Last World. Um, I actually have the leak. Take a break from painting and head back over so I can read you the leak itself because I had printed it out. I'm going to have to take my mic over. So,
And just so everybody knows, I have updated the description to include the Honest Wargamer's YouTube channel. So if you want to check him, all you have to do is refresh your page, and he'll be listed down below.
absolutely. Sorry, it's taking longer than I expected. Oh, yeah, Rob has been on it. He is the Valrak of AOS, and he has. I've been watching his streams for a very long time. Also, does what's the best options for you if you're running any army for AOS, and he does deep dives of all the battle tomes when they come out, because that's what they call codexes. And let me switch cameras. And video. So yeah, just generally a really, really, really cool source. And he's put out some videos on this. Oh, there it is. And good. Okay. He put out some videos, and there it is. It's the end times update, right there. So this leak of this reliable source says this, and I will quote: "We received the word about this a while back, but along with it came a flood of conflicting information. In hindsight, those inconsistencies were probably just staffers throwing up smoke because they were in shock themselves. The worst version of the story is one we'd rather not post here. It wouldn't accomplish anything, just break the hearts of fans and undo years of Age of Sigmar's momentum. But after getting some images and transcriptions from the actual text from PDFs, we have had discussion internally, and we can confirm Rob on YouTube. I don't know. I don't think that's me. And the Discord member were accurate. I'll be upfront. The people behind this account, meaning us, were never fans of AOS. So they were never fans of AOS, this leak. More than a decade ago, we were outright hostile towards it. But even if we are furious at how this turned out, the dumbest scenario imaginable is happening all over again. Warhammer Fantasy Battles fans won't pay for this. The AOS fans will be absolutely livid. What makes it worse is that AOS has never been a commercial failure. Last time something like this went down, and you know what I'm talking about, the end times, it was because Warhammer Fantasy Battles had become a genuine commercial disaster by a certain point. That was pushed. That's what pushed the higher ups into making a reckless decision. Well, what he's talking about is that financial year, the what was that one kit of not intercessors, the old Marines that you can make any Marine from? Is it the tactical Marines? Yeah, it was the tactical Marines. So the tactical Marine box, just that one box, sold more than the entire Warhammer Fantasy Battles completely. And after that, it was considered a disaster. So I'll continue reading. AOS, though, it's never fallen that low. From what we know, since 2018, it has been Games Workshop's second biggest product line after 40K. For Warhammer Fantasy Battle fans, is wild. Even if we don't like admitting that AOS counts as Warhammer Fantasy miniatures, these are Warhammer Fantasy Battle fans that have written this. But it has been confirmed that he's a very reliable source, and even though he has his own opinions, that's his own opinions. But anyway, it says internally it's been labeled as the greenest Warhammer Fantasy product. None of this makes sense. The people still at GW gives us info that they don't get either. Most of the people who have worked on Age of Sigmar on Battlefield, but maybe Phil Kelly's leaving was the first sign of what was coming, because everybody for Age of Sigmar is completely new. The entire staff, the people that originally made Age of Sigmar and are no longer part of that team.
Wow.
Yes. So it says we are going to wait until after Adepticon to announce any of this, because this is definitely going to trigger some internal investigations at Games Workshops, but we just can't hold it anymore, and we think it's time to lay everything out. It says, as we posted a few days ago, Slaanesh is free. The realms have been mapped. Cities of Sigmar, the Trove cities, they're not gone, because all of those known locations are being merged into one single planet, a battle world. The realms have been combined. The 80% of what Age of Sigmar has spent over a decade building is going to be gone. And yes, this is all thanks to Archaon and the Skaven. Again, after all of it, only the Skaven can call themselves winners. Their lore, their new model range stay exactly the same as the way they are. And they definitely come out on top. After the gates of Azir were breached, Archaon destroyed everything. And that's the realm of Sigmar is called the Azir. So they're saying Archaon, the Ever-Chosen, the Chaos United guy of Age of Sigmar, destroyed everything you can think of in the realm that was utterly annihilated by the Ever-Chosen. That's like Abaddon just going into Terra and completely destroying everything. Let's just put it that way. That's the context that we're talking about. It says here, but at the last moment, Sigmar pulled the trigger on his big plan he had been preparing for centuries. He has always wanted to merge the realm into a single new planet. In the final hour, he went through with it. So here we are. As for what happened to Sigmar, Archaon killed him like you would crush a child. His death is written to be the most infuriating than the death of Sanguinius in the end and the death. You can tell whoever wrote this had it out for Sigmar and maybe for AOS in general. But what about SCE? Well, Stormcast Eternals. Well, they can't reforge anymore. Their god is dead. The Elven Pantheon, Nagash, the Ancestor Gods, Gorka Morka, all unaccounted for. Maybe Archaon killed them too. With the realms destroyed, Slaanesh is back among the Dark Gods, and they've been accepted the Great Horn Rat as one of them. The 5 gods stand eternal. AOS, not Grand Cathay, AOS, not Nippon, and AOS, not Bretonia. So they're talking about this news leak, huge for the AOS community. Like, everything is going to change. It's going to be a hard reset for the entire thing. And that's what the rumor is. Now, don't kill the messenger. Like, it is a rumor, but it's from a very viable source that, again, have stated things in the past that have come true, even though they seem quite outlandish. So you heard it here second or third or fifth. I don't know, because the community for AOS is actually talking about this, and it's a really, really big deal. But I wanted to share that. So we got some news. What
That
do you
means
think about?
all these new models that they're announcing would be like a end of, or would be like like we see in 40K, the end of edition kind of campaign.
Something like that. It would be something like that. That everything would be I don't think Stormcast Eternals are going anywhere. I think they're going to be more like a renegade faction or a faction of good that no longer has their god. They'll be broken, right? So I think they won't be so haphazard with their lives as they have been, because if they die now without Sigmar,
It's just like
then
everybody else.
they're going to go straight to Nagash, because Nagash is the Lord of Death. So they're just going to go. And these were hand-chosen heroes of their tribe. They did things in order to warrant Sigmar to bring them into the fold. So each one of them is a paragon. So it's almost like, you would think it's like oh my god, the Golden Boys.
Custodies.
They're like custodies now. They're guarding the semi-dead emperor, but now their god is technically dead, and it's not really talking or moving or animated, but the guardian. So I think they're going to be more like custodies now, in the new setting. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. According to the Skaven is fine. Good thing I started a Skaven army.
It'd really be interesting to see if the Fallen now go to Nagash like all of the other dead. Are there any chances for seeing some dark Sigmarites?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. The Realm of Death, I have all the armies. I can't see them. I can't. Like, I see the vampires. Okay, they have the vampires. They have Flesh Eater Corpse, which are the ghouls. They have the Ghost, which are Night Haunt, right? And then they had the Skeleton Legion. All right, so they have 4 armies just for Nagash, and the Ossiarch Bone Reapers. They have 5 armies just for Nagash. If Nagash gets another army, it's a lot. It's a lot just for Nagash.
I wouldn't
even
think
more than anything else.
I wouldn't think of like an entire army if they're just like the chosen, the heroes. But like, imagine, I don't know, like Night Haunts. If you get like a ghostly undead knight, like the Death Knights from WoW. Imagine that,
I'm all for it.
That would be
that would be cool. That would be cool. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Actually, that would be almost just like the Death Knights, because like they fell in whatever noble army that they were killed in, and then they're risen by Arthas to become a Death Knight,
Mm-hmm.
And in the same way, Nagash could, like, it's my soul now.
That makes a lot of sense, because Nagash likes to twist. Like, you live the good noble life, or you'll live the exact opposite now. Since you're serving me, he meddles into mortal things. If you were a prisoner your entire life, he'll make you a jailer with certain keys to lock people's souls up. Like all kinds of stuff. Like,
to quote Shang Tsung, your soul is mine.
That's right. So yeah, he there it is.
Commander, happy freaking Friday. Yeah, it is interesting to see if that one will come true, because if so, that will definitely shake up the AOS community.
Absolutely. Because honestly, there are some Stormcast collectors, but we got burnt. We got burnt because they refreshed brand new models. I mean, we're talking 3-year-old models. Refresh, like, it did not need that. And they said, oh, you bought this entire army that we had in a starter box and everything else for you, and we had all these boxes released. Well, that army no longer exists. Yeah. And yeah, it was a new army too. You there, Mini Warmot?
Mini War Mutts. Hello, Brother Brian.
Hi, my name is Mutt.
All right, we're going to move on from the rumors to some news stories, fam. I don't have these in any particular order. Is there anything you would like to see first, brother?
All right, I'm gonna jump on there really quickly. Go into the previews in 3, 2, 1. One thing I do want to say at the preview show, have you seen it?
Yes, I actually normally, most of the times, I just get my news. I'll watch it, the Auspex Tactics version, and then I'll go to the website and look up information to, digest to further digest and be able to speak on it on the show. But this time, I actually had the show going while I was at the gym and was able to, listen to it and watch it kind of like live as it was happening. So that was pretty cool.
That is pretty cool. The audio issues, though, oh boy.
Oh yeah,
They had some issues there.
it was like one of my shows.
We can start off with Clan Eshin. I love Clan Eshin.
Kill. The elite cities of Sigmar and Spearhead. Cities of
Oh, yeah, I can't even do the voice. My throat is gone. But that is definitely something cool that I'd love to talk about. I love Clan Eshins because they are ninja rats. They're so cool. They are ninja rats. They are the assassins of the Skaven, which is absolutely amazing. And they're going to have a new box, a new Spearhead forces. So, yeah, I want to pick up the Clan Eshin Spearhead. And I also want to pick up the City of Sigmars because I love them. So it's like so crazy. But they're going to have Cities of Ash, which is a new box set from Warhammer Age of Sigmar that features the 2 complete spearheads. So this just seems perfect for me. From the Cities of Sigmar and the Skaven, along with the Battle Pack missions and the game rules and the city-themed double-sided board, so you can have variety. And new terrain, so it's coming up with new terrain of the Cities of Sigmar. You know how crazy I am about terrain. So, yeah, Cities of Ash is definitely on my radar. It is an excellent set, an excellent way to introduce yourself and your friends to the world of Age of Sigmar if you want to. And since it's Skaven ain't going away, you could start off with this guy. But these guys look fantastic to paint. Oh, I'm excited to get this box set. I am actually saving for it now because I need these models. Although, do I need another box of miniatures? No, I do not need another box of miniatures.
Ooh, that Deathmaster looks pimp.
I know the Deathmaster prowls the streets of the Emberguard. And Emberguard is the place where currently Warhammer Underworlds is taking apart. That's their newest edition is Emberguard. And they hunt anyone showing signs of rallying and the city remaining defenders, although they're perfectly capable of butchering the target themselves. This guy, he attracts groups of would-be assassins around him, including devious gut runners, because Skaven are cowardly. So he could kill them themselves, but why would he when he can have expendable troops do his dirty work? I like.
Okay, you described them as ninja rats, and Darklight Dreamer goes ninja rat, and he says dances like Vanilla Ice. Go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go ninja, go. Oh man.
But if you look at the guy,
she's not old enough to understand the Vanilla Ice reference. She's not old enough for you, bro.
That is true. Now, if you go down a little more, you go to see the infantry guys, and look how amazing they look close up. And that's the way it is. They look pretty cool.
They do.
They have poison on their blades, so when they kill you, when they just touch you with things, you'll die. They have smoke bombs. One's on fire.
Look at these like bladed Gonfa. Those are so cool.
I know. And look, the one guy is lighting his bomb with his tail. That's the Skaven, man. They're so cool.
That is cool.
One guy has some poison on his back, and it's going to his claws. And
Poison punch daggers? Oh, man.
Yes. I'm going to get you into Age of Sigmar. Watch. These models are just so cool. And they're painted really well, so I know I can do some really nice stuff. On the next one, the one has extra long claws, and they have these little bombs on these little rats. They're like squigs. They're like squigs. They're coming. They're running.
Grenade rats.
Yes. Grenade rats.
Oh, more bladed Tonfa. Man, I wish these were a little bigger so I could steal some of these weapons from my White Scars. What I need to do is to get files of some of these, size them up, then steal their weapons so I can.
Oh my goodness! I'm sure you just gave inspiration to a 3D printer out there, a 3D sculptor out there.
Man.
These servants of Clan Eshens are handpicked for their skills in infiltration and ambush, and rank among the most elite warriors available to the Skaven warlord. The Eshen maintain a meteocratic, thank you, approach to advancement that confuses other clans who cleave to the more traditional murder your boss approach, which is very Skaven, which tends to result in gutter runners of exceptional skill who aren't quite as inclined to use said murderous abilities on their commanders. The same cannot be said for the Night Runners, though, that swarm their wake, who exist at the bottom of Clan Eshen's ladder. They definitely will kill each other in a heartbeat. For the most part, they're entirely expendable. It doesn't matter. And let's take a look at those gutter runners. One has a grappling hook. The other one has some kind of like mace or morning star attached to his. Oh my God, what is that called?
That's like a monkey. That's like a monkey ball.
Yeah, but look what it's attached to. You remember those like sickle things?
Yeah, comma.
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh my God, that's so cool. I love the mask and the half face out of it. Like, these are really, really cool models. I am excited to get them and paint them up and just have a good time with them, even if they never see the battlefield, which I will. My wife and I play. But yeah.
Oh, look at that sling mid motion. That's a pretty
Oh yeah. Yep.
They have gotten so good at motion capture in the current age of sculpting.
Yeah, absolutely. The miniatures are just better, and they've gotten increasingly better and better through the ages, I think. Then we have the City of Sigmar dudes. The commander itself.
Jordan. That's so cool.
Sorry, I was coughing there a bit.
Oh, you're good. I was just looking at the cat here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that leopard, as that panther kind of thing is so amazing. I love the animals. And look, he has an octopus octagon on his helm, which is it was reserved, I believe, for the dark elves for older ages Sigmar or fantasy battles. I don't know. And the purple, they were purple and green. So that's interesting. And I love his cornrows. That's what it looks like. That's definitely unique. And then we have the priest. He looks very constipated. Very, very, very constipated.
Yeah, that was a... That was
he looks like he looks like one of those priests, if you know what I mean.
Oh gosh. Like it's crazy. Like, I get what he's going for, like, I don't know, like a pro wrestler lean back, with both fists and kind of roar, I get what the pose they're going for. I just
Yeah.
feel like it's executed in a I am constipated way. I
Well,
agree.
yeah, that's one. Two things. He has the fetish kind of like ropes going down his face. And if you look right in the middle of his trousers, come on. If that's not a phallic symbol, I have no idea what is. Come on. Hammer.
You know, it
Just
is like when people crudely draw it, you know, it is kind of that shape, but like backwards. It should be
yeah,
hanging the
yeah,
other
exactly.
direction.
Yeah, he hangs low. Anyway,
This is the
do your
highbrow
ears.
content you guys came here for.
I'm just saying, I mean, I call it the way I see it. But the regular infantry girls and guys, they look amazing. They really do look like knights. There's this one knight that has this little devil with a key. That's so crazy. Like, what is that from?
Oh
It's like this
yeah, that is
little,
interesting. A little imp.
yeah. What is up with that? You know, that's so cool.
He used the D&D ability, find familiar. These
Yeah, that's
grenadiers
right.
are so cool.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, like this multi-barreled shotgun or I don't know bolt shooter or whatever it is so cool.
Yes. Like the pepper spray.
Yeah,
Go pepper you.
we're gonna put some bird shot. Yeah.
Now, if you look at the center model, that thing has legs. The
But
skull thing. It has legs and a tail. I think it's another imp.
oh yeah, maybe just wearing the skull like a Cubone.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, the grenadier looks amazing. And
Got
yeah,
like a
the infantry,
sniper with the stand here.
bro,
That's
do
cool.
a nice little job like that. Get D&D night, put these suckers on the
Oh
table.
man, that
Come
would be cool.
on. That's perfect.
Oh, play an artificer with the rifle here.
Heck
The
yeah.
axe is super cool.
There's so many things. Yeah, it's perfect for that. Within the March of Valiant, I'm sorry, you were saying?
Oh, I was just gonna say, and then the final page, just the flamethrower and the grenade thrower from the Grenadiers.
Yeah, I love the flamethrower. And their fire has been less cartoony. See that?
This
I think.
flamethrower guy really reminds me of Team Fortress.
Oh, okay.
Later on, I'm gonna show her the hammer. These aren't the hammer.
I was thinking more
The
Final
hammer is
Fantasy VIII.
my penis.
Wow.
Have you ever seen Dr. Horrible Sing Along blog?
No, I
Oh.
I know the actor, but I've never
Nathan
did see
Fillion's
it. I
so
knew
good.
it existed.
Yeah, it's so good. It's that's a line from the movie. Is he's the Captain Hammer is this superhero, but kind of like on The Boys. He's a douchebag superhero, and
Yeah.
he steals the main character's girl, and he's like, and later tonight I'm going to show her the hammer because I'm Captain Hammer. And he goes, and then he goes, and these, and he holds up his fists, are not the hammer. And then he leaves the screen, and the person interviewing him is just like, oh, okay, well, and then he comes back onto the screen. He goes, the hammer is, and he points down my penis.
Oh my god.
It's like, we got it. We all got it. I'm sorry, you were reading?
No, I'm good. Let's move on to the cog forts. We have so much news to get through.
The cog forts.
Yeah. Those things are amazing.
You're amazing.
Your face is
Replace.
amazing.
Let's see. New writers. Weta. Queries. Nope. Wastaka. I know I have it. Lumineth.
If you press the Warhammer preview at Adepticon right there, it'll take you to the page for the whole thing.
Here we go. Boop. All right.
That thing is amazing. I mean, it's Mecha and it's Age of Sigmar put together. Like, I love it. I love it. I probably couldn't be able to afford it, but I do love. I do love it. Maybe that'll be on my Christmas list. I would think. But
Um, go- hey there, Chris. I hope you're doing well, my friend. And Mr. Fish said, "Oh my God, I scared my kids. I laughed so hard. I love you. You know it, brother. Love you too, bro." Fish actually was mentioning because he said earlier in the stream he wants to use this for a Stompa conversion or a
Yeah.
Morkanite conversion. He said he wants to do it in the theme of Howl's Moving Castle. And that would be so
Ooh,
cool.
that would be very cool. Very, very cool. So I think the first version looks absolutely amazing. And the second version kind of looks like the moving bar from Seven Deadly Sins a little bit. It's giving that vibe to me. Have you ever seen Seven Deadly Sins?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. It's just an anime series that I liked.
Oh yeah, it's on my wish list of things to watch in the future.
Yeah, the early stages is good too. It is chest grabbing is the best I can do that. But then it goes away somewhat as you keep watching it. It's like you don't really need that. Anyway, the story's really good.
The cannon mode of the castle looks amazing, but also they did talk about how this could be really good for the assault army, giving the covering fire from the flamethrower, and then with this drawbridge you can move, shoot, and then drop your troops off and then charge, which is pretty cool.
Oh wow, nice.
Mr. Fish says, "Yeah, every model is an orc model, right? If you kit bash hard enough, brother."
Yep.
You said every model is an orc model. You mean everything is an orc model. Trash, plain sheets of plastic card,
Mm-hmm.
and of course other models too.
I love for the cannon version, you can take the top off and see the people inside loading the cannon.
That is really cool. I love buff.
Careful what you wish for, because when I take it off, you'll be horrified. There's just so many little details. Stone Warden, that's one dude lighting a bomb, getting ready to throw it off. There's a compass on the inside. Like the details are just insane.
Yeah, that is an insane amount of detail to put on the inside. What's crazy is, and there'll probably be some people that just glue it down and never look at it again. That's all this detail on the inside. Like the inside of a Rhino or Land Raider.
Yeah. I would magnetize it.
Look at that. Oh my gosh, the guy on the cannon.
That's what I'm saying.
So good.
You just take the top off and you can see all this detail.
And then there's also an Army of Renown that goes with this. So you can actually mix and match if you're playing that Army of Renown. So you can give yourself the flamethrower and the smaller cannon, or you can give yourself the big cannon and the drawbridge if you want. You can mix them up however you want if you take the Army of Renown.
This one guy, if you scroll to the right, there's a picture you on. This one guy looks like a commissar. Now go down and down a little more. Down one more, right there, and then go to the right.
Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah. Done.
You don't think you went too far? Yeah, you've gone too far.
This one to the right?
No,
Oh, this one?
no, it was up by the cannon where you saw the people on the detail inside the top of the.
Oh, okay. This
tower.
one. The guy in charge of the cog tower.
Yeah, that he says Stone and Warden. Oh boy. I'm watching the video, so I'm not really seeing where you're at. Let me get back over here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's him. Okay. Yep. Doesn't he
Oh,
look
yeah,
like
he does have
a
a very Inquisitor look. That could definitely be used for some kit bash purposes.
And look, there I am, the ball guy.
With your painting goggles on.
That's right. I'm painting minis right there on this war thing. It looks-
And you're wearing a painting schmuck like Vince.
There you go. Speaking of which, on the Snarlcast, which is Vince and Uncle Adam, they mentioned my channel, which was nice.
Nice.
Yeah. That was cool.
This one also here looks a bit like an Inquisitor as well.
It's the mustache. Yeah.
Yeah, the mustache goatee. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Also, the painting that they've done for some of these, like right here.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
their display people have definitely done some justice to this fortress here.
Oh yeah. Yep.
You see here that this is with a Chaos Army down here. They said that there's also going to be the ability to ally them into any army.
What?
And the lore for that is that these fortresses are all over the world. And if one army were to attack one of these walking fortresses and claim it as their own, it would be a spoil of war. And therefore, you'll be able to ally them into any army, regardless of alliance.
Oh my gosh.
So this will be like when Imperial Knights were first introduced in, back then it was just like there was no separate army. It's like you could use this in Chaos or Imperial armies because, they were on both sides.
Look at the goat's eyes there, man. It looks soulless.
As they are meant to. I mean, goats have long been used as imagery for evil.
Yes. Yes, the goats are evil.
I really like the blending of the feathers here, though.
Goat Simulator, that's a true story.
Yeah. And then they really did a good job painting up the viper tail.
I really do like the viper tail. They did a good job. I like the way the eyes are glowing, and I like the way the light is, the way they did the yellow, from red to yellow to white.
Very
they
nice.
did a good job with that. Yep, absolutely. Oh my god, that goat is creeping me out.
These collegiate battle mages. Oh my gosh, this one
Yes.
is especially interesting for me because there is one of my favorite video games ever, Bloodborne. There's a guy named Mikhail. That's one of Mikolai. That's one of the bosses, and he wears like this bird cage on his head. He looks very much like this. He wears like scholarly, like a scholarly kind of like suit robe kind of thing, but has like a big bird cage on his head. And this really has some Mikolai vibes. And then one of his hands, he keeps like one of his hands he has his melee weapon, he attacks you. But one of his hands, he like uses magic to summon otherworldly. It's the game is about eldritch horrors, right? And so he summons like eldritch tentacles to stab you and slap you around and stuff like that. And that kind of is like the way the smoke rises up between the cage, the robes, the tendrils of smoke that could be, summoning a tentacle. Is very Mikhail vibes from Bloodborne.
There goes your display miniature. Let's do it. Buy it not for put it in an army.
God.
Buy it just to paint it up.
Oh my gosh. I would doubt I would ever do a character miniature in that category because People put a lot of effort into a character miniature, but also this being like on a regular human, so smaller than the Space Marine scale I'm used to painting on. Oh man, there would be no way.
It sounds like you're talking yourself out of it. I'm just saying. Now, these are a refresh. They used to have battle mages from all the colleges, from all the disciplines. So you had the Earth, you had the green ones, you had the red one from Aquishy, the death magic ones, which you see over here. So there should be more down the pipe. Got to come down. But yeah, I mean, I'll definitely buy that miniature just so you can paint it and get better. And just paint for the sake of painting. You don't have to put it in a competition. You can just put it in your shelf. You know, you can put it on your shelf and love it.
Oh yeah, the Bloodborne fan in me probably will end up painting this mini at some point for sure.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it.
This one also definitely makes me think of Darklight and also brother Sonicky, who is often in the chat here, because both of them are big fans of fire magic in pretty much any game that's ever played. Fire magic are their favorite things, and so big shout out to them with this miniature here. This one, what can I say other than Hodor?
Yeah, definitely. And Hodoress.
Hodoress. Hordette.
I am not exactly loving these miniatures, particularly. I mean, I'm glad that they exist, but I don't know. I'm not particularly loving it. It really is a door.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like, it's not really my thing either, but it is interesting. Although it just makes me think of, the character Hodor.
I might do the guy just to be Hodor.
I mean, what you do, at the end of your dates,
I'm just saying, it's just like, it's an interesting thing to have a crow's nest on top of your head. Like,
it would be. I do like these gunners, though. They look really
the gunners are cool. Yeah. Definitely pepper arrows.
And I find the concept interesting. Being so giant, you literally have a castle door or a city gate door as your shield is really interesting. Like, overall, the aesthetic is not my thing.
It's not action cozy enough for me. I've been spoiled.
Fish said Hodor D and Hodor Dumb.
You're right there, Fish. That's exactly what it is.
Is this a piece of terrain? Is this one of those eternal spells?
It does not look like an eternal spell. But it looks like litanies you bring into battle that float.
Okay.
Because they're holy. Floating
memorial. It looks great. Like, it would definitely, even if you don't play AOS, this would be some great scenery.
I mean, they got a bust on top.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And we saw some of these models in the other one. Dwarven Creel looks cool.
Of the Kraken, yeah.
Love the I love that
City
sword.
of Ambleguard. That's exactly what I was talking about. Yeah, no wonder he has the symbol for that in the purple. That sword looks amazing.
Yeah, I missed that detail earlier.
That sword looks amazing.
And I want that cat. I wonder if I'm sure somebody will be selling the cat by itself on eBay, but will it take an arm and a leg?
Yeah.
The Forge Priest, I mean, it's a pass for me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, same.
We looked at all the Free Guild minis earlier, and they all look amazing.
Yeah, they do.
Cities of Sigmar Codex, the Spearhead of the Zealots. Wow, look at that chariot.
Oh, yeah. It's neat.
Vendest Hounds. Okay, that's the it of that. That's the it of that one. That's it for that one.
Now, my wife would like the Riders of Rohan miniatures because she loves Rohan, and we bought the starter set. I forgot the name of it. It's the same name as the movie, and they have Rohan, but they have Rohan on foot, which is weird because they're horse riders, So they're finally bringing the horses in. So I'm excited about Well, I'm excited because I'm going to go to paint it up for my wife. And I'm gonna have to do a lot of freehand for those shields, it looks like. Unless they have nice little decals that'll go with. But I'll learn how to paint up horses, which is again trying to increase one skill. I've never painted horses before. But they do look gorgeous. They are very, very cool.
They do look amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Usually the oh my god, the Lord of the Rings stuff, it looks a little clunky or not as detailed, but these look fantastic, and
Oh, yeah.
they
So-
really upped the game.
These are a refresh of literally over 25-year-old models.
Yeah, yeah,
So-
it's about time. These are great. And,
To quote, oh my gosh, what's her name? It's about damn time. Lizzo, to quote Lizzo. Thank you, sweetheart.
That was a good one.
Hey there, Greg and Ashley. I hope you guys are doing well. Right after Nightbot plugged Gamers with Coffee, it's like Nightbot summoned them.
They knew.
I really like the shields on this. They're so characterful.
Mhm.
Like
Oh yeah.
the serpent around the shield here, the horses.
Oh yeah.
Very characterful. And I really love that they have a very cool like Viking style aesthetic, not in like the furs and trappings, but like more in the the shield, the leathers and whatnot. Like,
Now what this is, and my wife doesn't know, is one of her Christmas gifts.
ooh,
Yes. So that's what's going to be. Give some Rohan riders, but I'm going to have to paint up her Rohan.
oh
and,
my
and
gosh,
rest her backs. Oh yeah.
this
yeah, the
Rohan
details.
miniature looks like almost exactly like one from another brand that I have. Like, oh my gosh, like almost exactly like pose, the look of the miniature, everything.
Oh, they're stealing somebody else's IP.
Or at the very least, inspiration.
Okay, the Hill Tribe, Cheap saying these not my aesthetic, but definitely you need bad guys, so there they are. They look cool. Oh my god, it's you're a wizard, Harry. What is what is his name? Hagrid. Hagrid.
Yes.
Yes, he looks like Hagrid. Absolutely looks like Hagrid.
Oh, if he had gone dark side, maybe.
I mean, yeah, he's a young wizard, Harry. He's a young. Oh my God, Hagrid as a young wizard. There it is. We got Warhammer Underworlds came out with a new warband, which we don't have to go into depth with. All I have to say is that I really like the fox. That's it, because I don't collect Lumineth. So
I do have that one pulled up, so we can just kind of breeze through it since.
you breeze through it. Yeah, yeah. I love that fox. I love that fox.
But what does the fox say?
Dee, 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 dee. Everybody knows that. It looks a little Naruto-esque, but it needs a lot more tails. That fox is amazing. You could say it's foxy. Am I gonna get this? No, because I play an older version. I play an older version of Underworlds. I don't play the Emberguard version. We had collected a lot of cards, and we bought a lot of packs, and I painted up a lot of miniatures. And we kind of like doing the card game where we both we'll roll a dice, and then you get to build your deck out of what we have, and then I'll have to build a deck of what do we have. The thing is that there are a lot of good cards, so you would have to sacrifice things to get the card you want. So even if you go second, you still have a really strong deck to play with.
That's
and
awesome.
My wife and I loves that. Right now, what they did is they have rival decks, and the rival decks come in these packets, and it's kind of odd, but you have core abilities on these bigger cards, and it's interesting. And if I didn't invest so much in the older ones, then I would definitely try it. But we have so much material for the old games. We could be playing forever. And we really enjoy that. And it's a simple game. It takes a half hour to play.
I really want to paint up that fox. It looks so good.
Doesn't it? I love that fox. Oh.
Me too. Also, I'm a big fan of Viva La Dirt League.
Yes.
And one of the characters they have in one of their series, that's like sponsored by a mobile game, is this blind marksman who, who does this bit. He's played by Ben, who's like, I never miss. I see without seeing. And he throws these glaives kind of like Xena throws her chakrams, or like Blade and his glaive rather. But because it's a comedy skit, it's like he never misses because he can't see that he's missing.
That's right.
He assumes he hit, because his confidence. This looks exactly like that character, except if you replace the cream and blue with purple and black, it would exactly be Ben's character from Viva La
Wow,
Dirt.
there's another project for you to paint.
Oh my gosh, I could paint it up and then tag Viva La Dirt League.
Yes. Come on. You would definitely, your channel will blow up. Let's go.
Oh man. That would be so cool. And I can paint that up, tag Ben, and then the fox would be my reward that I did keep for that.
Yeah, Foxy.
I love Foxy.
Horus Heresy, Ogrens, meh.
All right. Since we are out of time, really, I'm going to go straight to 40K and skip over the Heresy stuff. Maybe you'll talk about that next week.
Kill Team, okay. Trailer for Aeronautica, meh. Mephiston Lord, Weta Workshop treatment. I can paint better than they do. I can. I'm sorry. And Yarrick, let's go to Yarrick. Adepticon preview.
I am going to jump to Weta Workshop just for a moment.
Okay.
Even though they may not quite be up to the standards of Brother Rob, but they.
Stop. It just seems like it is messed. Amazing.
I accidentally muted us both. Okay.
The pose.
Nope. There we go. I'm sorry, you were saying?
The posing is amazing, but I would definitely repaint it.
There we go. That's what I meant to do, not mute us. What?
The skulls in the base are just primo. I'd leave that.
Okay. But okay, so I really like the statue that they came out with for Logan Grimnar. And I love that they ended up doing the miniature kind of based on that statue later on. And while I'm not nearly as big a Blood Angels fan as I am a Space Wolf fan, I think it is very cool that they released a statue for another chapter. Of course, they did the Wolves one with Logan Grimnar. It only makes sense that they'd eventually do another character. And so if you're a big Mephiston fan, I mean, this is pretty cool.
We might get another Mephiston then in this pose.
I don't know. It looks, well, then again, I mean, with all the extra psychic lightning and stuff like that, maybe.
Yeah.
But I mean, it looks like kind of similar in pose to the one that, the more recent Mephiston that came out not too long ago.
Now, what really interests me is on the bottom of there is that helmet that you can wear.
Oh, yeah. So I think, is it just the Ultramarines one that they've done so far?
No, they've done quite a few.
Okay.
But now they finally did the White Scars.
That's cool.
Yeah. I could see you wearing that.
Hell yeah.
Doing the show.
Do the show in the Space Marine helmet.
If you get one, then I'll have to get one, and then we'll be talking heads. How's that?
I would say deal, although these helmets are very expensive.
Lord Helmet.
Oh man. So we would have to make it big first. All right. Jumping to the next one.
All right,
Replace
40K.
that presentation. Replace screens. I'm going to go to, before I get to the 11th edition stuff, I'm going to go to the end of the edition.
Okay.
Lumina close. Weta close. Here we go. Gutsmech. So the battle, Wazdaka Gutsmech battles Commissar Yark for the fate of Armageddon. So these are the leaks we saw not too long ago. Not the leaks, but the teasers. There's the front of the bike.
I love it.
That we saw.
I love it this month.
It is so characterful.
It is.
Of course, he's got Imperial Fist on the back with his skull collection.
And it's a beaky helmet. I love that.
He's got to go faster. It is the character that that was predicted. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So it's good to see that. I think it was again a character that had rules but didn't have a miniature before. So it's
that's so
cool
weird.
Life.
We have the rules, but we don't have the miniature.
That was from a different time period where they did that kind of thing, like Brad Redbone.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There's
so
the
crazy.
little grot that was also part of that teaser.
Yes, and I love that belt, that gun belt just coming through. That looks so amazing.
The gun belt is super cool. I love the power claw is so different and unique to any other orc
launches
I've ever seen.
This one launches like the def. What was that? Because you see, it has a winch on it. So,
oh yeah.
Yeah, it launches
like a big Sub-Zero spear. He could get over here.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't that? What is the big stompy thing that I said I was out of colostomy bag? I forgot what it was.
The defiler.
Right. So the defiler has a claw like that too. That'll launch out. So I'm gonna drink some water before I cough again.
Of course, we saw Yark, which looks amazing, but also another Commissar Graves showed up, and I am highly impressed with this miniature. First of all, Graves by herself, super cool. Power fist, bolt pistol combo. She's got the fur around. I've always liked these military type of trench coats with the fur around the shoulders.
Collar with the fur. The whole battlefield's looking at her.
So she got the cool coat, the power fist, the bolt pistol. A great looking Commissar. I think she's amazing. I definitely want one. But you can take her on foot. But you can also take her in her own transport as a. I think this is going to be a separate unit if you take her with the transport. But then she's dual wielding power fist and power sword. Wait, Oh, she actually has the power sword if you take her on foot too. It's just holstered or sheathed rather. But where Yark is inspired and beloved by his men, Commissar Thenia Graves is uncompromising and feared. A staunch traditionalist who epitomizes the reputation of the officio perfectus as brutal and direct in their judgment. I do like a strong, brutal woman.
She looks so much better on the vehicle. It's very dynamic with the pose, I think. Not to put any poo-poo on the standing one. She looks stoic in that one. Like she's just gone to the battlefield and saw all the death and destruction and say, well, it's Monday.
Graves believes that the ironclad discipline is the only thing holding back the complete destruction of the Imperium. Her dictates are enforced at the barrel of a bolt pistol, be it on the front line or in the war room. And when duty requires that she joins the spearhead of an assault, she does so atop of the gloriously ostentatious fighting deck of her personalized and modified Centurion transport named Vigilance.
That's gorgeous. I like it.
It is super cool. I love, it takes the half-track kind of feel of a Taurox and gives it the more elongated body for like a true half track.
I love the Aquila too. That they just incorporated that too. It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
yeah, and it really needed this. The half track really needed something in front. This is like awesome.
It is super cool. When mounted atop Vigilance, Graves is accompanied by her loyal Officio Perfectus retinue, the right hand, with one carrying her personal banner, while two more operate the transport's heavy stubbers. This also includes a version of Commissar. This set also includes a version of Commissar Graves on foot for when she needs to go toe to toe of any orc invader. Oh, okay. So so you buy one set, you get both. That is really cool.
Yes, that is cool. And speaking of the right hand, I went on a date with that once in my past. For better
Oh
or
man, you know what? They get around. I think we've all been on a date with the right hand at some point.
Palmetta and her 5 friends. For better or for worse, Graves has taken personal interest in the high command structure of Armageddon's Legion, and it's only a matter of time before her pistol announces another charge in leadership.
Oh man, I have neglected the chat. Hi Lily, says Ashley. That's how we roll.
Nice.
Lily says hi. Younger Dumbledore. Chris says, just finished cleaning my resin vat and getting ready to print some Exus class carriers, an
Nice.
Iowa class battleship, and USS South Dakota. Nice. When I get her painted, I will post photos. I'm getting her and the others ready to playtest my new aerial combat rules for Ocean Thunder. That's awesome. There's always time for talking about models. Absolutely.
Yeet.
I do love it, even if it's questionable. Like that, is that a bike base? 120, 150? Like a Def Keller? Then he's stupid big. It would be interesting to see how big that new bike boss is going to be. All right, Inquisitor Croyle. This one is very interesting.
It's a creepy mount.
So he's from the Order Xenos, and he is, of course, the Order Xenos are the Inquisitors that hunt aliens, and he is specifically known as the big game hunter of the Ordo Xenos.
He's riding an alien.
Yep, and that is kind of a common thing for Inquisitors, is they take whatever it is that they specialize in hunting in and use it to like turn it against the things that they hunt. For anybody else, it would be heresy, but because Inquisitors are kind of above the law, they get to do that kind of thing. So if anybody else were to, say, use a cursed item in pursuit of killing demons, they'd be like, you use something tainted by demons, you got to go. But Inquisitors can get away with that. Kind of same here. Like Inquisitor Draxus has an Eldar rifle she uses, and she has a little alien dragon thing. And this one has an alien mount, which is actually kind of cool.
It's a horse
much more
roach.
terrifying without the face mask, though. Look at that.
Yes, I know.
I would definitely keep the rebreather on.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I actually kind of like that. I love that they've gone with kind of like a purple undertone between the muscles and teal
if
on
they would
top.
have gone like brown and creams, then that would really.
What about you?
Really sell it.
Would you ride a spider horse like this?
Nah, that's a hard pass. No thanks. No, thank you. I'd ride a motorcycle any day before that. Give me Leontis's mount. I'll be all right.
And then, of course, for the sisters, we've got the Dogmata Superior.
I mean, it is the best lazy boy chair you can own.
It's really interesting because there's an Inquisitor, a very much older Inquisitor, that also has a walking lazy boy chair.
I know. I remember seeing him. Wasn't he a priest, though? No, he was an Inquisitor.
I wonder if this is like a spiritual success. Yeah, he was like a priest.
Okay. Yeah. Inquisition. No, yeah.
Well, he's an Inquisitor, but he has like a priestly kind of vibe.
Yeah.
But I wonder if this is supposed to be like a spiritual successor to that model, or if he'll get a refresh at any point. That'll be
I
interesting.
think I think it's its own bespoke model. I don't think it's there to replace. Although that could get a refresh. I guess then, because it wouldn't be a sister battle, would it?
The new so we saw where the the commissar had her own personalized, very fancy centaur, but the troops get a centaur as well.
Yep.
So this is where this is super lightly armored with nothing but one heavy stubber, whereas the Chimera can bring the troops in and lay down some covering fire and stay to hold the objective. This is one of those light vehicles that's very expendable. You get the troops in, you get it back out, maybe head back towards the home objective, that kind of thing, or stay out of sight. But it is just a quick, allegedly cheap delivery. We'll see what the prices are like, but it is so much lighter than the current Chimeras. The Hippogriff is a scout vehicle.
That's cute.
It is cute, but it is kind of like a friend of the show, Gamecraft Dragon. When he was in the military, he described what his previous role was as light mobile cavalry, I believe is what he said, and they would use like the jeeps and stuff like that with the big guns mounted on top. Your 50 cows and stuff like that. And when he was in the service, it was used for scouting ahead, harassing enemy lines and stuff like that, but then having the high speed and mobility to get in and get out real quick.
Right.
So that is kind of what that reminds me of here. This kind of lightweight kind of scouting tank that should have the kind of, speed and mobility, get in, get a few shots, get out, it'll be interesting to see how it does on the tabletop. But anything scout is, at least in 10th edition, we'll see going into 11th, but usually anything with the scout rules on the tabletop can be very, very powerful for taking objectives and screening out your enemy.
Absolutely.
Comes with a variety of weapons here.
My biggest question with these vehicles is the bottom hollow?
I guess we'll see. I love that there's a Melta version, a las cannon version, a Gatling cannon version, and I think that's a autocannon.
That's all magnetized.
Heck yeah. Of course, all of this Armageddon stuff will be coming with the 3-book Armageddon set. And of course, there's going to be some battalion boxes for Armageddon. So we do have the bottomless Dorn tank here, which is still a beautiful tank.
It is.
2 of the scout vehicles, the Hippogriffs, 1 Centaur, and of course, it looks like some Cadians in the pack too. Pretty cool.
I'm tempted, but I'm broke.
Some other battalion boxes that are coming. Looks like Sisters of Battle will get one.
Yep.
The Death Watch. Of course, they are also fighting on Armageddon.
I like that plane.
The Orcs.
No, that doesn't look like anything new.
The War Trike. No,
it's a lot of Kappas.
I think the Chappas, the Def Coptas are from this edition.
Yeah.
But the Trike is from the previous edition. Are from previous edition.
Oh, so those are new new choppers?
Yeah, Def Coptas.
Def Coptas. Those are new ones. Okay, because I have the old ones. And I have both of those vehicles in the bottom.
Very nice.
But I wouldn't mind some Def Coptas.
And then we are so past time. I'm going to quickly run through, if you don't mind, just some of the changes for the 11th edition announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll be out.
I'm not impressed with the Marines, but I am impressed with
the Orc. I think that was intentional. Every new box set comes with basic troops because these are aimed at new players. And they intentionally only gave us the thing that would be a repeat.
I got to replace regular Primaris intercessors is the question.
Because
that would stink.
I don't think so. I
Good.
think they will bring back the stats for veteran intercessors. I think that is
Nice.
more likely. But, or this might just be an alternate build. But for those who are asking what, or who are curious what we're talking about, they showed the first miniatures, which are going to be the basic troops in the new set. So, Intercessor for the Space Marines, and it's a mix of old and new parts. It's a Primaris body with the old school grill face mask, which I prefer the Primaris helmets myself, but I know a lot of people prefer the older.
Yeah, I have a mix on my Space Wolves.
Yeah, I don't mind a couple mixed in. I like how it is in the Space Wolf set myself. I'm just saying in general, I prefer Primaris helmets.
Yeah, they look more knightly.
But yeah, there's there'll be some parts that are scavenged from. The Greaves are like a modification of these Mark 7 as well. And the new kit are going to have some kits or some bits from the older sets and some bits from the newer set. And their thought is that as their the war of attrition is eating away at their resources,
they just get what they can find.
Yeah, they get what they can find, or some of them are pulling out old stocks of, older armor pieces as armor pieces get blown off, and they're mixing and matching.
Makes sense.
The new boys here, a lot of people complain. They're like, they just came out with an orc boys set, but people were unhappy with the older orc set. And one of the biggest complaints, the biggest complaint was the monopose.
Yeah.
Which I personally like the more dynamic models instead of just arm go up, arm go down, But a lot of people did like the more modular style orcs. But that's not what this is about. Something that is huge here is that this comes with the shooter option, but also the rifle. A lot of the complaints about the new kit is that it comes with half shooter boys and half chopper boys, and it doesn't really give you a full squad. But if they're all shooter chopper boys now, if they can all do both roles, then that immediately doubles the value of or not doubles, I guess, gives full value to the current orc kit, which I think is great. And is going to give these guys just a little bit more utility. If you always take shooter chopper like me, then you're also going to get some additional, shooting range because you'll have the shooter with you. If you always take the shooters, you'll get some extra melee. So I think it's a nice little adding utility to the models you already have, but be a nice little boost to the stats of what your boys can do. I think it's good.
Yeah. I'm impressed with the orcs.
Some of the things that they announced for the new... Oh, and this is just a preview of the box set, by the way. The Armageddon box set will be Space Marines versus Orcs. They are painted as Blood Angels. They will be generic Space Marines.
Armageddon.
All right, so some of the new things they announced are going to be new rules. What's going to be different in 11th. And this is just a taste, but they're going to go deeper diving. But there's going to be new detachments, and there's also going to be modular detachments, which means if, like, the White Scars detachment, only really buffs mounted units. Well, if you wanted to give your buff to Terminator units and mounted units, you could take one detachment that's going to be all your mounted biker stuff, and then another detachment, it'll be two smaller detachments, and that detachment will be like your Terminator buffs. You can do both.
That would be good. Although, as far as bookkeeping,
mix and match your army,
like
which is pretty cool. It is going to be more to remember, but if you wanted to specifically tweak what your army does, because that was a complaint a lot of people had, is like, if I want to buff my Thunderwolves or my bikes, I have to give up buffs for the rest of the army, So it is, if you want to do more bookkeeping, you're going to have more options, is all it is.
Yeah.
Interesting. Objectives are no longer going to be the circles, which is kind of funny because those round mousepad objective markers the big circles that you can go on the battlefield. We're really getting popular. So that means a lot of people have
Yeah,
been
I like
buying
them.
them.
Mhm.
They're not going to be circles anymore.
I got 2 of them. They're like $100 each.
Round objective markers are going to be replaced by terrain footprints to determine control of key locations, relics, and fortifications. So it's supposed to be more thematic, they say, where you're going to be fighting over actual things that could be a tactical objective in game, a computer terminal, or a fuel station, or an ammo crate, that kind of thing.
They're just bringing back like objective markers that we used to have. I have a couple of ones that I created. I do have to finish the rest of those. But I like the circles because you're 3 inches away and that shows you 3 inches
Oh yeah,
very
it's like
clearly.
pre-measured for you.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. I
Yeah.
like those.
Terrain is you're going to see a shake up for the terrain rules, and it's the biggest one so far. They said they'll go more into detail, but default bonus for cover is now going to impact your hit rolls, not your saves. So I don't know if you played any of 8th edition. I mean, a 9th edition.
Yeah.
But like there was terrain that would give like -1 to hit.
Yeah.
So that'll be the kind of thing that comes back now.
Okay.
This is big news for Space Wolves. Combat's being changed. There's been a range of subtle changes that add up to a quite different feel and cleaner feel to the fight phase. Are now going to be more flexible when picking targets for charging, and then changes to activation order, fast dice rolling, and changes to the order of consolidation and piling moves. Some of the things that they talked about is that the charge, you can now roll first and then pick which target you're going to charge into. So if you...
Yeah, it's like AOS. That's how we do it in AOS.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, it's a great game. You should play it. Easy to play actually, compared to 40K.
There's if I had someone to play with consistently, I probably would, but
is there no AOS community where you are?
There is an AOS community at the shop, but it's a much smaller part of the community. Old World, like the most of the Fantasy League players in my local community play Old World.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I might be into learning sometime in the future. I do have the Stormcast army that's really nice, and I do like some of the the AOS armies, other AOS armies as well. But some of the things that one. So if you're like, hey, there's a 4, like I have a less optimal target here that's only 4 inches away, and then there's another target at like 10 inches away. I'm much less likely to make that, but it would be so much better if I could, hey, just go ahead and roll it, and then you can pick which one you want. So being able to pick your charges is going to be a big boost. Another one is there is a rule that's going to stop alpha strikes. You won't be able to target a unit for shooting unless that unit has either already shot or comes within 15 inches. You're within 15 inches. Kind of adding like a miniature lone op to things. And so if your Space Wolves like are moving up the table, they'll be able to have a chance of getting closer before, they can get shot at, which is a big boost to combat armies that like sometimes get shot off the table before they get there. Now, they didn't specify if that would just be like the first turn or two, or if that would be game-wide. But, yeah, if your army never shoots, like if you just took complete melee, like you're wolfing, you would be pretty much in charge range to get shot at.
Doesn't seem pretty balanced, though. Like, I would think if you just don't shoot, then nobody can hit you, right? Is that
within
what
15 inches? So it might just mean move closer.
Yeah, so you'll just have the 15 inches, so everybody's just going to get into your grill. But I don't know if you see, like, I'm just trying to imagine, like, if you see a horde of Space Marines coming down the field, no, you can't shoot them. They got to be within 15.
I imagine it's probably only going to be like the first turn, like the old night fighting rules, where like night fighting first turn, all the shooting is at -1. You know.
Yeah.
So I imagine that's the kind of thing that'll just be first heard. It's just because they talked about it as the feel of being able to ambush or surprise in the battlefield.
Yeah.
Gamesburger, hope you're doing well.
Hey,
Shooters and choppas. Yes, having shooters and choppas on your orc boys is going to be a big change. Or not a big change, but it's going to be a little quality of life change, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's really interesting to take a look at all of these new rules that are going to be coming up for the new edition. And of course, you know, it's interesting to speculate, but of course we really won't know how impactful it'll be until we see it played out.
Yeah, I want to read it.
Huh?
I'll read it, but I might skip the edition. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you've still got to play 10th, right?
Yeah. Yes. I have not played 10th yet.
So yeah, can't move on to 11th.
If I can get my hands on those codexes.
Any closing thoughts for you now? I'm sorry I've kept you so late. Man, tonight was just so packed full of news.
Yes. Never get disenchanted with your own painting because you look at somebody else's paintwork and say, I'll never be able to do that. Well, that's their work. That's what they can do. That's where they are in their journey. Look at your own journey and look at the stuff you painted before. You could always get inspiration from other artists that you consider better than yourself. I do it all the time, but I don't let it discourage me. I let it inspire me that if they can and they're human and they can do it, I can too. It just takes time and practice. And that's what all the artists tell me.
Wise man say, only look into your neighbor's bowl to ensure that they have enough.
Wise men say, only bowls brush in.
Guys, make sure you check out Brother Rob at his channel, The Miniatures Paintbrush, as always, down in the description below. And thank you so much for joining me, my sick and recovering brother. I hope you feel better, brother.
Oh, man. Ooh, me too.
If you guys like tonight's show, please make sure that you grab up an axe and smash that like button in the name of an emperor. Name of the emperor. Oh my goodness. Somebody call the Inquisition on me. Make sure you leave some comments down below. Feel free to let us know. Wolfbrother. Feel free to let us know what you think of all of the announcements this week, and be sure to chime in on any of tonight's ridiculous conversations. And if you guys are not yet subscribed to this guy over here, our friends of the Wolfbrother down in our link tree, and of course, if you're not subscribed to this guy, we would love to have you as part of the pack. So subscribe. Until next time, guys.
Stay
frosty.